Hey guys, what's cooking? So, in one of my latest videos, I talked about buying ships, and I talked about how right now you can only acquire ships with money. You can only buy them. You cannot, if you want to fly different ships in game. The only way you can acquire them is through buying them on the store, on the pledge store. Well, aside from those promotions that they are making every week or every month or so, they're putting those ships up for voting, and then the ship that wins the voting, you can fly it for free. But apart from that, the only way to get them right now is with money, buying them. So for those of you who watched the latest video, I know you must be wondering, whoa, wait a minute, isn't this pay to win? Or if you want the only way to get the ships right now is with money, this must be pay to win, right? And yeah, that's a legitimate question, and that's a legitimate thought, because well, even though I said that when the game is launched you will be able to buy the ships or to build them, to manufacture them, and either manufacture them or buy them with game money that you get from game activities, missions, and bounty hunting and industry, all that stuff, mining, etc. So I said that on the last video, but I know you must be wondering, well, but wait, even if you can buy the ships, with game money, you can also buy them with real money, so maybe it's pay to win. Okay, so I know some of you are wondering about that, so today I want to talk a little bit about that. Okay, so in order for you to understand, if you are new to this game or if you are hearing this game for the first time, in order for you to understand what this game is about and what this ship buying thing is about, you have to understand how this game was being created, how it's being created, and where did the money come from, the money that's being used to develop the game. Where did the money come from, and why they are selling ships the way they are, and why and how do they get their money, how do they fund the development of the game. All right, so here we are here on a oh wait, I have to put this on screen. Alright, so I want to show you here, this is the page, the website, the game website. We're here at robertspaceindustries.com about the game Spaceflight. Okay, so here this is a presentation for the game. Experience a first-person universe. Welcome to the verse. This is Chris Roberts writing. I don't want to build a game, I want to build a universe. From the mind of Chris Roberts, acclaimed creator of Wing Commander and freelancer, comes Star Citizen. 100% crowdfunded. Star Citizen aims to create a living, breathing science fiction universe with unparalleled immersion, and you're invited to follow every step of development. More than a space combat sim, more than a first-person shooter, and more than an MMO, Star Citizen is the first-person universe that will allow for unlimited gameplay. Alright, so here you have some features, community, some things that make this game unique, some of the features, some of the things that they're doing that really are groundbreaking in the gaming industry. Alright, community power, this is a crowdfunded game that went on Kickstarter, and since then it's been crowdfunded. There's no investors involved, there's no second agendas, there's no people trying to investing, giving the developers some money so they can get a return after the game is launched and after the game is running. All right, there's no people here in this company that only are in this for the bucks, for the fast bucks. All right, this is a company that was created by this guy Chris Roberts and his friends. They are game developers, they've been doing this all their life. This guy owns the company, this guy is the boss, he's the CEO, he owns the company. There's no investors, there's no vultures, guys coming, dropping on a parachute, coming into this game because they read some books in the business school, in the university, in the business university, in the business. They learned some things there, how to make a business profitable. So they land on the gaming industry on a parachute, and then they apply those things that they read on the business books at school. They apply them on a game company. All right? No, there's no people here like that. There's no business vultures here wearing a tuxedo, trying to make a fast buck out of the game like they would do in some other company, in a construction company, or in a insurance company or something like that, some shit like that. Excuse me. No, there's no second agendas here. There's no people working at this company that are there specifically to try to monetize the game in the way that they learned, or the way that they think is better, is more actual with the current business practices. Okay, there's no people here working like that. So this, you have to understand that the game is community powered, is crowdfunded. There's no publisher is involved either. The developer didn't make the game and didn't sell the game to some producer company so that they could tell them what they would do with the game. No, they are following their own vision, what they think is best for the game and what they think the gamers want, without having to follow other guidelines or something like that. Okay, so they are doing the game crowdfunded because of that, because they want to follow their own vision and do the game that they want to make. Okay. Here you have some more of the features. Star Citizen achieves an unprecedented level of realism, first-person universe, etc. An unprecedented chance to live your own deep space adventures. Star Citizen places you in the middle of a living, breathing science fiction universe populated with friends, enemies, and the unknown. You decide how to make a way in the galaxy, whether you're a simple merchant trader, a fearsome pirate, or a badass mercenary, and anything in between. In Star Citizen, you control your destiny as you inhabit a world with an unparalleled level of immersion. Okay, so this is Chris Roberts. He talks about the game in this video. Your choices matter. Plant your flag. Real risk, reward. What you see is what you play. Okay, you can, if you want, you can read about this. Is here on the site. You can come here to the about the game page, and you can read all about the game. All right, the features. Alright, community powered, living, breathing universe, next generation of spaceflight. Okay, so here I also want to show you this thing here that is more related to the business model and to the conversation that we're having today. Funding, the funding page. Okay, this is related to what I'm talking about today. So okay, so if you, I don't know if you know about this game, or if you are seeing the game for the first time and hearing about it for the first time, this you see here now, right now, the funds raised by this game are at $123 million, and there's right now there's 1.5 million, more than 1.5 million players that bought a package. Alright, so packages you have here, go here to the there's a star game packages. If you want to have access to the game, all you have to do is buy one of these packages. You can buy the cheapest ones that come with like one of the cheapest chips, like an Aurora or a 300i. There's no 300. Maybe they don't have that package anymore. Oh, but you can buy a Mustang, a package with a Mustang. I think it's also a fighter. I bought one some years ago. It used to bring a 300i, an Origin 300i, but I think they replaced that with the Mustang. So yeah, you see, you can buy, well, depending on how much you want to support the development, you can buy a package. You can buy the cheapest one, or you can buy a little more expensive with more perks, a little bit more perks. Okay, and this is the way that the developer found. Apart from the Kickstarter, they had a period on Kickstarter. I think they went into Kickstarter for in like 2012, and they let the campaign run there for a bit for their goal. I think I'm not sure what the goal was, maybe like $2 million or $4 million, something like that. And they achieved the goal and they surpassed by a lot. And then when they finished the Kickstarter campaign, they opened this website and they continued the funding campaign here. Okay, so you can see here on the stretch goals, they since 2012, something like that. Yeah, 2012. See here, campaign start on the 1st of September 2012. They started the campaign here on this website. The first goal was $2 million, 2.5 million, 3 million, and which one of these goals they released, they unveiled new features that they would add to the game. Okay, so this is a way to entice the players into investing in the crowdfunding of the game. They would unlock new stuff every time a new stretch goal was achieved. They would release new stuff. All right. See, there's a lot of new features. You can read all of this. I'll link the description in the video description. I'll link this page, and you guys can read all of this if you're interested. Community updates, citizens, get multiplayer, dogfighting module, etc. This is the first very old, 40-year-old goals. All of these stuff are now in the game, or most of them. I think maybe some of them, one or two maybe were left behind, but I think they intend to keep their word and to add all of the stuff to the game. All right, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell right now if all the stuff was added or was some missing. I don't have that information. I didn't check about that, but I think most of it, if not all of it, was added to the game. All right, so you see there's a lot of stuff, a lot of goals. Some of the latest goals, like at 70 million, 80 million, I remember something like that, was like the procedural generation. They unlocked funds. One of the goals was to unlock funds to hire developers to work on procedural generation tools. I remember it must have been one of these here, like 60 million, 80 million, something like that. I think at some point they stopped releasing more goals because they already had a lot of stuff being added to the game. Well, I don't remember which was the goal that had the procedural generation goal, the research and development team funding, but it was one of these here. Space plant, engine kit, tuning kit, scanning software. Well, it was one of these. I don't remember which one it was, but it was one. Let's see here. Search. There it is, 41 million. Procedural generation are research and development team. This stretch goal will allocate funding for Cloud Imperium to develop procedural generation and technology for future iterations of Star Citizen. Advanced procedural generation will be necessary for creating entire planets worth of exploration and development content. A special strike team of procedural generation oriented developers will be assembled to make this technology a reality. Okay, so as you can see, these funding goals, these were when people unlock these funding goals, when people gave them more money, they would spend the money, they would direct this money, and they would hire people to work with the company to develop additional tools that they need to fulfill the vision that they have for the game. Okay, so you see, I think at 60 million they stopped adding more stretch goals. They just kept getting the money to be able to do everything that they promised and create the best game possible, because it's their goal is to create the best damn space sim ever. All right, so this to tell you that this is a crowdfunded game, and the ship packages that you buy here, they are not obligatory. For instance, they have $80, $50 is, I think, is the minimum. 50 euros, $50 is the minimum. You can buy this. If you buy one of these, or if you bought back in the day like me, you have access to the game. You can do everything in the game. You can do, there's nothing that you cannot do. You just have a smaller ship than the others. Okay, you have a small fighter ship, but then when the game is live, you can upgrade with game money or with real money. But you can buy a package. You can buy a cheap one, or you can buy an expensive one with some bigger ship. Like for instance, they have up to 16,000 euros or $16,000 that you can buy. There's people that actually bought these packs. There's a bunch of people that bought these packs, or even multiple of them. All right. So this to tell you what, the game is not the game, for a game to be pay to win, the game has to have features that can be bought with money, that give you an advantage over other people that did not buy those things, did not buy that feature. All right, that's what's called pay to win, is when a game offers features that give you an advantage in exchange for money. All right, so this game offers features that give you an advantage in exchange for money, but those features are also acquirable in game, or will be. They are not right now, but they will be once the game is launched. They will be also acquirable in game with game money. All right, what does this mean? This means that the game is not pay to win, because you can pay to win, but also you can pay if you want to win in the game, or if you want to have an advantage that it's not winning. You're not paying to win, you're paying to have an advantage, because even in pay to win games are pay to win in this expression. The pay to win games, you're not paying to win, you are paying to have an advantage. All right, that's basically that's what the term pay to win refers to. So in this game you can also pay to get an advantage, but the difference between this game and a pay to win game is that the advantage here you will be also able to get it without paying the real money. Okay, there's other games that offer you, for instance, some advantage, skill points. You can buy these skill points or skill point injectors or something like that, or you can buy a premium subscription. All right, those things are things that you cannot buy in the game. You cannot buy them with game money. You can only buy them with real money, and these things give you an advantage over the other players in the game. Okay, so this is pay to win. All right, but if you have a game where that offers you the opportunity to buy ships with money, or that to buy advantages with money, but you also can get those advantages with game money. All right, I think this is healthy for the game, because it allows for people that do not have too much time to spend playing the game. It allows for them to also enjoy the game by spending a little bit of money, and allows for people that have more time to spend on the game to also get the same advantages that the others do. All right, so I think this is a healthy business model, and this is good for the game. Another reason that this is good for the game is that if you buy one of these packages, you are not only giving yourself access to the game, but you are also supporting the company, supporting the game, and allowing them to do the game that they want to do. Okay, so if you like the game, if you read about the game information that I show that's here on the site, if this appeals to you and if you like it, you have the opportunity to back it and let them do their job without having to resort to publishers, to production companies, without having to follow the other people guidelines, without having to sell the game to PlayStation, to Sony, or to Microsoft, to Xbox. All right, if you read what was here before, this is a PC game. This is not a game that will be made for consoles, adapted for consoles, because the game will not be watered down, will not be washed down. No, this is a PC game. This is a game that is built for high-end machines. They are doing the game with the maximum quality possible using the latest technology available on the market. All right. So okay, if you want to have a game, to be able to play a game like that, that the company uh, is not following producer guidelines. Some people telling them, oh, but you have to make the game this way, you have to, because it's better for the market, there will be more people buying, there are more people playing on consoles, or there are more people people want to play games that are easier, or people want to play games that do not consume too much time, or people want to play games that run on DirectX 9 and not only on DirectX 11. Or okay, they don't, these guys, these developers, they want to make a game that is the best game ever, and do not follow any of those guidelines that are the people want them to follow. Okay, they want to make the game their way, the way they want. Okay, so that's why they crowdfunded. And if you agree with that, if you want to be able to play a game like that, this is your way to support them, to support the team, is buying the ships. Okay, it's good for both. It's good for you and it's good for them, because if you are a person that has a lot of money and you want to buy for say $1,000 package or a $3,000 package, if this does not hurt your finance, if you have a lot of disposable income, you will be handsomely rewarded. You will have a very big ship. You'll have like a cruiser, a carrier, or something like that, a very big industrial ship, a miner, like a very big mining ship, like an exploration ship that you can fly with your friends, with your family, with somebody. You can fly with a lot of people. You can fly with friends. Multi-crewed ships. You can have a lot of fun. And if you like the game, and if you agree with what they're doing, this is a good way to support them. Okay, so this, if you want to understand why they are selling the ships, this is why they sell the ships, because they have to fund the game. All right, if you see here, they have already collected $120 million, $123 million this way, by selling the game packages and by selling merchandise and add-ons and upgrades and stuff like that. See here, store, have more stuff, merchandise. Okay, merchandise, subscriptions, right? You can buy subscriptions to their publications. So a lot of stuff that they have here for sale. This all helps in the funding. All right, extras. This is extras for the ships, upgrades and stuff, weapons and paint jobs, stuff like that. All right, modules. Okay, so right, this is the way that you have to fund the game, and the way when you buy the ships and when you buy the packages, that's what you're doing. You're funding development. All right, this is the way that they found to be able to make the game. CitizenCon tickets, etc. So you see here lots of stuff. This is the way that this game works. Okay, so many people must not, I know that for many of you this might be something new. You have never heard about a game being created this way, but yeah, this is the way. It's the way that this game is being created, is with crowdfunding, and this is part of the crowdfunding. The packages, the game packages, is crowdfunding. Okay, because the company did not. Okay, there's the difference is that this company is not. The developers are not developers who took their product to another established company like Electronic Arts or Ubisoft or Blizzard or some established company like that. They do not took their project to them and say, hey, we have this project, we would like to make this mainstream, and we'd like it to be a very we would like it to be an AAA game. What do we have to do? Okay, we want you to produce our game. All right, we want you to take charge and tell us what to do, and make our game a AAA game. All right, no, they didn't do that. They want to build the game. They are building the game by themselves. All right, their own company is building the game. There's no investors here. There's no business vultures landing here on a parachute, applying a bunch of laws that they applying a bunch of techniques that they learned on a business school to milk the project. All right, no, there's no people here like that. There's people that are working on a game and that are trying to make this the best game, the best space sim ever. All right, and if you want to support them, this is your way here. You buy a package. If you want to spend you don't have to spend more than $50, but if you want to help more, and if you feel comfortable with that, if you like to help the project, you can spend more. All right, it's your choice. Okay, so I hope that covers the pay to win issue and the funding. I hope you understand why the game is being monetized like this. All right, this is not really yet the monetizing of the game is not it's more like funding. I hope you understand why the game is being funded like this. All right, I hope you understand that this is funding and not monetizing yet. There's a difference there. This is funding. Okay, so yeah, and I was talking to you about the developer, the company, if you want to see here. Also another difference, okay, another difference that this company has from others. There's some more difference. There's some more differences between these developers and others. That I think I should tell you about. You see, many people, this guy here, this is Chris Roberts, is the guy, the owner of the company, the guy that made some other games in the past, Freelancer, Wing Commander, etc. There's other people that are in charge of their companies that they like to go around and rubbing their pin and like chest thumping, telling everybody how great their company is and how they are the best company and how their country is the best. Very proud about the company, very proud about their country, rubbing their pin and chest thumping, okay, without being able to deliver a single successful game. All right, they are not able to deliver a single successful game, and they go around rubbing their pin and telling everybody else how great they are. Okay, there's many people like that in industry. There's people, namely on space games, there's people like that doing that. Okay, but this guy here, Chris Roberts, he's not like one of those. He's not the guy that goes around doing that. Okay, this is a smart guy. This guy, Chris Roberts, is a smart guy. He knows that himself and his company, his friends, his buddy developers, they are not able to do the whole game by themselves. All right, even if they wanted, they would not be able, because it's a very big game. It's shaped up to be a very big game. And even with the modular approach, they cannot do everything by themselves. They have to coordinate the work and let other people work with them. Okay. So what do? They did a successful Kickstarter campaign, and they started gathering money also on the site, crowdfunding on their site, and they hire other people to work for them around the world. Okay, because there's studios, there's game developers for hire that have studios, people that gather in studios and that want to work for other studios. Like for instance, say there's this studio here that is looking for work. They want to work in a game. So this guy Chris Roberts goes and hires them. All right, they're looking for work. They don't have work. They want to work in a game. So Chris Roberts has money, crowdfunding, has a company, has a project. So he hires them to work for him, and they work, get the job done, they get paid, and that's it. All right. So this is what you should do when you have a company. If, say for instance, you have a game, you want to develop the game, and you cannot do everything by yourself. Okay, you cannot do everything by yourself, or you don't have the means to do it, so you can hire other people. Or if you have, imagine you have a game and you want to develop it, and you don't have the tools to develop. You don't have to do the tools by yourself if you don't know how to do them. If you like to get drunk in the office and while coding tools and you fail coding them, you cannot code them by yourself. You like to get drunk. There's nothing wrong with that, but if you have money, you can buy the tools already done, all right? Or you can hire people to work for you to create them. You don't have to try to create them by yourself, all right? You don't have to do that. If you have money, you can hire people to work for you. You can buy the tools for yourself, tools that are available on the market already, game engines. You can buy them and you can develop, you can hire people to work for you to work on them, all right? And if you hire them, when they are working for you, you don't have to let them work, okay? Let them work because they know what they're doing and they know what is better for the game development, all right? That's what this guy does. That's what Chris Robert does. He has money. He gathered the money in crowdfunding, and he hired people to work for him, people that are looking for work for him, develop the game the way he wants. He has his project, his vision. He tells, look, I want the game done like this. The guys looking for work, go and do the game like he wants. They get paid and everybody is happy, all right? So this is a smart guy. This is the way he operates. So he hired a lot of people around the world. His team, he was not able to do everything by themselves, all the modules, because the game has a lot of modules. As I told you before in the other video, this game is done with the modular approach, and it has a lot of modules, different areas of work, all right? See here, if you can, game features. See what's playable now. All right. So I have the open world missions, first person shooter, more features. No, but this is not the modules. Arena commander, social module, hangar module, ship status. This is not the modules. I think they had a page here with the modules. Well, maybe not anymore, but they had. Transmissions. Left tracker. No, maybe not. The vision. Community powered. The organizations, etc., living within universe. Okay, I think we cannot see that the modules anymore, but they were here somewhere on the side, maybe not anymore. They had the list of the modules. Okay, seems like that is not here anymore, but you can see here on the Star Citizen wiki, you can see the whole development team and what they are or were working at. Okay, seems like there's some people that have departed the company. They engaged in some other projects, like the one of the designers or the main designer, some of the designers, president for development Eric Peterson and Chris Olivia and Rob Irving, Nathan Blaze and Pete McKay. Some of the production and game design guys and some of the art guys have departed, but there's many other people. I think there's even people that came from Blizzard, like a guy that worked for Diablo 3 as executive producer or something. I think they hired the guy for executive producer role that worked at Diablo, that worked for Blizzard. I think he was a level editor or something like that in Diablo. Or was the executive producer also in Diablo? I'm not sure, I don't remember well, but I seen news about that, I read news about that, they had hired somebody from Diablo for the executive producer role. But yeah, you see here, this is so this to tell you what, this to show you the studios that Chris Roberts has or had working for him in the past to develop the modules, the different game modules. The 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 first person shooter module. I think it was one of these teams, CG Bot or Turbulent. CG Bot or Turbulent. It's not information here, but yeah, it was the first person module, first person shooter, the hangar module, the flight module, the persistent universe, well, some major module that I don't remember, but yeah, you see they had all of these studios working for them. Behavior Interactive, Turbulent, I think Behavior, I think somewhere in US, Turbulent, I think it's Canada, CG Bot, I think it's Canada too, Euphonic, not sure. Desync and Monkey God Studios, I think it's US too, or Texas or something, or California. Massive Black, Crytek, they had Crytek people working for them too, like CryEngine specialists that Chris Roberts hired to work for them, to help them out, modifying the engine, the Crytek, the modified version of the CryEngine that they did. They had specialists from Crytek working with them to do the modifications on the engine. All right. So you see here some more information about the offices, their offices, and the studios, and the people that work there. All right. So Los Angeles Business HQ, Legal Publishing, Marketing and Accounting, Austin Production HQ, Production Design Testing, Frankfurt Germany, Funny 42, Engine and Technology Development, Manchester United Kingdom, Funny 42, Squadron 42, Massive Black San Francisco, no longer contracted for CIG, must have finished their work, etc, etc, etc. Okay, so you see, very big team, lots of studios working for Cloud Imperium Games, for Chris Roberts, alright, to do all the modules in the game. Okay, some more information here about the gatherings. Okay. I would like to tell you, if you like what you see here, and if you like this approach to the game development, definitely give it a go, because it's a really fun game, and it's only in the beginning. It's still in alpha. The persistent universe is still not yet completed, and is still not deployed. It's gonna take a while before it goes live. But if you like what you see, and if you're a fan of space games and MMORPGs and space simulators, I recommend Star Citizen, because it's looking really good, and having a lot of fun playing it. Even though I'm playing it for the first time, I haven't had time to play it too much before. But I definitely recommend it, and if you're interested, get one of these packages. Like, even the cheapest ones are really good. The Mustang, I haven't fly the Mustang yet. I haven't flown it yet, but I think it's a really good ship. And the Aurora is more like an exploration ship, but the Mustang is really fast. It's an agile fighter, so it's a good bet. Also the Hornet, Freelancer, they're all good for different roles. Okay. And also, yeah, if you are a fan of esports, I also recommend, because I think in the future, right now they just have the Arena Commander, and they're gonna have the Star Marine 2 first person shooter module with competitive play. But if you are a fan of esports, I recommend also this game, because this is not some other companies that is going to announce tournaments and then not do them, or cancel them. Well, first of all, they're not gonna do like Elite Dangerous did. Elite Dangerous was trying to the company was trying to promote. They launched the game on Xbox. They had the game on PC, but then they decided to launch on Xbox too, and they created that tournament, the $100,000 tournament, to 20 players especially Xbox players, into buying the game, buying the Arena Commander, and then getting attracted to Star Citizen and to Elite Dangerous and buying Elite Dangerous too. So they created the tournament mainly, from what I understood, mainly to appeal to Xbox players. All right. And then they ended up withdrawing it, canceling it, but because they did not make even close, they did not make even close the profit that they wanted to make, or that they thought they would make with that tournament announcement. They didn't profit, they didn't make any money, so they canceled the tournament. So it seems like it was a marketing stunt that failed to achieve its purpose, and they canceled the tournament. All right. They have to pay for the development team. They have a team working for them in the company. Frontier Developments has a team there working, developing their game. They have to pay their salaries, and they could not afford to spend money, spend $100,000 making a tournament, and taking that money out of the development team. All right. Spending development money on a tournament, they could not afford to do that, so they canceled the tournament without giving a damn about the players that spent countless hours, players like myself that spent countless hours training and upgrading their accounts, leveling up, ranking up all the way, unlocking the ships and the modules and the weapons to participate in the tournament. They did not care, did not give a flying fuck about people that spend money and time trying to get themselves ready for the tournament. They did not give a fuck, and they just canceled the tournament. They said, hey, fuck everybody else, we need the money for ourselves to make the game, to see if we can profit a bit out of this, so fuck everybody else. All right, we announced a tournament, and then we can sell it. We announced a tournament to try to grow our business, but since we could not grow it, we just fucking cancel it, and we don't respect trading laws. We don't respect anybody that bought the game or that prepared themselves for the tournament. No, we just cancel it, and that's it. All right. But these guys here, Star Citizen, they're not gonna do that, because they have a lot of. First of all, they aren't making the game for Xbox or for PlayStation or for some shit like that. Okay, that's point number one. They are not gonna sell the game to Xbox. They are not gonna try to entice Xbox players or to entice PlayStation players, because they are not going to release a PlayStation or a Xbox version of the game. That's point number one. Point number two is that they have a lot of money, as you see here. They have $123 million raised, and I don't believe they are interested in ruining their reputation. So if they announce a real money tournament, like a $10,000 tournament, a $50,000 tournament, this is a very small amount of money compared to the amount of money that they have. So I believe that if they announce such tournament, they will go ahead, do the tournament, and pay the prize to the people that participate and that win. Okay. All right. So if you are an esports fan, I also recommend this game, because I think it's a safe bet. All right. But keep watching what they do with the Arena Commander and with the Star Marine when it comes out. Keep watching what they do with that, if they announce tournaments or not, real money tournaments, prize money tournaments. All right. But yeah, definitely give this game a go. It's a very good game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna keep playing. So all right, I'll talk to you guys some other time. I'm gonna play. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this clarified some doubts that you might have had about Star Citizen's business model, and why does it have these cheap packages for sale. All right. I also hope you learn about the crowdfunding, and how does it work. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the gameplay videos. I'm gonna make another video right after this one. I'm gonna make it and upload it with some good gameplay. Alright, I'm gonna do some missions, get some money, have some fun. Alright, hopefully try to engage some other people too, see if we get into some dogfights and stuff like that. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next time. Thanks for watching and see ya.